Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a NASCAR discussion because NASCAR is back. That's exciting. So we don't have to watch virtual NASCAR anymore, which, I mean, it was fun, but it's good to see the cars back on the track and actually racing. It was a good race today. Maybe not the most exciting, but I think under the circumstances and everything that we'll talk about here, I think it was a really good race, and I'm glad to see NASCAR back, taking, of course, the safety procedures and everything to get it back safely. So let's talk about this. This is going to be something new to me, but if you guys have been on my channel before, this is kind of what I did with baseball. So we're going to do this for NASCAR, at least for now. So we'll try it. Let's see how it works. But Kevin Harvick gets the win. Good for him. I don't really know what to say about all these cars today because they were loose, they were tight, they were bad. They were loose all over the place. They were not great today by anybody. I don't think there was really a car, maybe besides Bowman, who was really solid all day. Harvick, I mean, he had problems at the beginning, and that's why I don't say him, but he ended up getting the job done. Of course, that's what you need to do in the race, right? It doesn't always have to be pretty. You just have to get the win, and that's what he did. Now, maybe he wasn't even the guy who was supposed to win, because as you can see by the title, the thumbnail, Jimmie Johnson. What is he doing? I'm a huge Jimmie Johnson fan. I've been a Jimmie Johnson fan since probably my first race back in like 2002, 2003, and it really stinks to watch him absolutely suck for the last 100 races. He hasn't got a win now in 99 starts. So hopefully that changes on Darlington on Wednesday. But, we're going to break that down in a second. So Byron was the Stage 1 winner. Keselowski was the Stage 2 winner. Both of those guys had solid cars all day. Of course, Byron ends up spinning with a blown tire. Keselowski had a solid day as well. But, overall, I'm still upset because I think Jimmie Johnson had the best car. He was up there the entire time. He's had a solid year, and then all of a sudden he can't pass a lap car in the last lap of the first stage. Okay, so let's break this down. Right away, start of the race, Ricky Stenhouse. So Jeff Gordon, of course, and all of NASCAR was like, hey, you got to watch out for the first lap because these cars had not been on the track for qualifying practice, nothing. The first time these cars had hit the track was the green flag. So to see them go into turn one, you knew something was going to happen. Of course, it was Ricky Stenhouse that crashed. I think that's funny. He's such an aggressive driver, and he was on the apron, comes up the track, and crashes on the very, very first lap. We are one turn into the race, and it was already a caution. But, that was just something that we were going to see a lot of today. I think we saw, 10 cautions? It was really weird how we saw some of the cautions. I mean, there was that. There was also a banner, Blue Emu, that flew off, and it got on some of the cars, and Denny Hamlin had some problems there, and that was funny. But the banner came off. They had to throw the caution for that. There was like a fire behind the stands at one point, and everything as well. So that was just kind of crazy. But let's talk about the Stage 1. So Jimmie Johnson, I believe, starts 4th. And he's doing solid. He's running solid all day. Brad Keselowski's up there. Bowman's up there. Byron's up there. Hamlin's up there. And Johnson's up there. Stage 1. Bowman looked like he was going to run away with it. And, he had like a 3-second lead. All of a sudden, they go to commercial, and that's gone, right? So, here comes Jimmie Johnson. He passes him. I'm super excited because, he's decent at Darlington. He's had a good car all year. All of a sudden, 1 lap is left. Comes out of turn 2. Here's Chris Buscher in the 17. He gets into the back of him and hits the inside wall. Day is done. Now, I am 100% going out here saying that is Chris Buscher's fault. 100%. Like I said, I'm a Jimmie Johnson fan. Might have been Johnson's fault, but it didn't look like it because what Gordon said in his analysis was basically Jimmie was running his line. He came down way on the apron, underneath that like dotted white line around the middle groove of Darlington, and Jimmie was way down there and comes up the track. Buscher, who is in front of him as a lap car or going to be lapped, he got loose or something on the high side, maybe nicked the wall, and then Johnson, he was trying to get below him, he couldn't, and they collided. So he tapped him, Buscher goes into the wall, then comes back off the wall. So it was like a boom, boom kind of thing. And Johnson gets the worst of it, goes down to the inside, crashes, and, well, as you know, he's out of the race. So Johnson in the lead, crashes, his day is done, and that made me really sad. I felt like crying because, like I said, he's my favorite driver, and it sucks to see him do so bad every single race. Tell me in the comments another driver that would do this. I don't think there is one. Maybe a rookie, but I don't think there is another driver in the field that would crash in the lead other than Jimmie Johnson. I really don't think so. I don't think there is, because that just seems to be Jimmie Johnson's luck here over the past 2 seasons where he hasn't gotten a win, and it's very frustrating to watch. But it was good to see him lead it for quite a while. He does have a strong car, and if he can duplicate that on Wednesday, I do think he has a chance. Of course, he's probably going to have to go to a backup car, or at least another car, because I think they only brought one car to the racetrack, since obviously it was a green. The first time they had run the car was the green flag the first lap of the race, so they didn't need another car in case that car crashed in qualifying or practice. So more than likely they had one car. I don't know how fast they repair cars, but if they can do that in 3 days, maybe. But otherwise, they're going to have to go to a different car. Now, that different car could have the same setup and everything, but, it's just not going to be the same. And the biggest thing about this is the way that the way that the standings or the results of the race finished, that's how they're going to start the next race. So, it turned out Kevin Harvick won the race. He will start 20th because they invert the top 20. So he'll start 20th. Bowman will start 19th. Whoever finished 20th will start on the pole. And then 21 through 40 will start where they finished. Jimmy's going to start 37th or 38th, and that is not going to be good. Byron also had problems, as I mentioned. He's going to be starting way, way, way deep as well. I think he actually finished the race just like 20 laps down or something. So he's going to be back there as well. But they did have really strong cars. I know Busch had some problems as well, but it was good to see. I don't like Kyle Busch very much, but it was good to see him wreck there at the end and didn't have a chance. He had a wild day, so did Truex, but he'll be starting back there as well. So it'll be interesting to see those 3 guys in particular who really had a good car all day, or at least were battling at some point in the lead. It'll be interesting to see how they do, coming back at night. It's going to be a different race. It's going to be a little shorter, but it'll be a different race because I think they'll start 6:30 here or so. So it's still light out. The sun was just going down. So it'll be interesting to see how they race, through the night and into that situation, and as the track cools and changes and stuff. So that's that. Keselowski won the second stage, and then Harvick won the race. I don't know if there's really much else to say about that. I really thought there was going to be a caution at the end. The real race was the final restart with like 33 laps to go, when Bowman and Harvick were going at it. About 2 laps, they were side by side. That was a really cool race. And then, of course, Harvick prevailed and just kind of put it down from there. He didn't really give anybody else a shot. I mean, Harvick did have a good car at the end. He was plowing tight at the beginning, and he was really loose. Also at the beginning, he had to fix his car. He did. Good for him. Bunch of other guys I mentioned, like Martin Truex, he really struggled at the beginning, had a solid car. Chase Elliott had problems, and then he came back at a top 5 finish, and then Matt Kenseth also had a good finish as well. So, there was a couple good guys that really had a good day. I mean, you talk about Ryan Newman coming back. In his first race since the crash, he did have a little skirmish there. I don't think he actually touched the wall, but spun a little bit. It was good to see him back. I was really rooting for him to win today, but he raced really well most of the race. Just couldn't get it done there with the little crash and the little spin there at the closer to the end of the race. And then Kenseth having a good day after taking Kyle Larson's place, finishing I believe in 10th. And then 2 rookies. The last thing I want to say, 2 rookies in Hemrick and Nemechek. They did really well. I think got top 10 finishes as well. Now, they probably, I don't know if they would have got top 10 finishes if Jimmie and Byron and Kyle Busch actually did well, but, you know, they held their own and they did well. I mean, Hemrick had a really good car all day, and Nemechek was there at the end as well. So, good day for them. But, yeah, top 5 at least. Actually, I don't know who finished 5th. Next time, I'll pull it up. But Kevin Harvick wins. Bowman gets 2nd. Kurt Busch up there in 3rd. Chase Elliott, good top 4 finish. I think Brad Keselowski was up there in 5th or so as well to finish the race. But very good day to have NASCAR back at least. And it was good to see Kevin Harvick get his first win of the season. So he'll be up there in the winners part of the standings now. So good for Kevin Harvick. Sucks for Jimmie Johnson. They'll get him on Wednesday. But yeah, we have a race on Wednesday, which is exciting. So we'll probably see you then back at Darlington, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you want more of these. We'll see you then.